Good evening, everybody. It is the 16th of April. It's Wednesday night here in not so sunny Spain today. It's a bit chilly, yeah. Tonight we're going to jump into the 12th stream of the life and suffering of Sir Brante, yeah. What's happened? Quite a few things have happened. Last stream on Sunday, yeah. Sorry, my earphones are. Excuse me, I'm kind of listening to a voice. Let's jump into the game, yeah. So here we are. The volume's working okay. The music. Okay, what happened? Yeah. Resume. Well, if you saw the last stream, what happened was that we got taken, we got arrested, I think, by Felipe El Ferro, I think it was. His name was. He is the chief of the secret police, the secret chancellery, and myself and Sophia, the witch. Well, he's given us a job. Yeah, we basically didn't really have much of a choice. Yeah, so we took the job. We took the money, everyone. Yeah, and we're heading back to our hometown. We have to open a print shop, and I guess we've become spies. Yeah. So let's get back into it, yeah? So this is where we finished the last day, yeah? So we're back in the jail. Hang on. Let me just go back a bit. Okay. I'll leave this here so you can pause it and read it. Felipe El Ferro, he's my new boss. Look at me, I'm distraught, yeah? I'm completely stressed out by this. I didn't really have a choice. I think he kind of said that they would. There's nowhere I can escape to. There's nowhere I can run to, and that also they would get my family. So my family are bad, but they're not kind of execution bad. Yeah. Here's Sophia, the witch. So we did this the previous stream, yeah? And then we're going to jump into where we are. We're still in the jail. We pack our bags. Now, here we go. Your months in prison are in the past, but can you truly call yourself free now? You will be going home soon. Here we go. So let's begin. Let's find out what lies ahead in the life and suffering of Sir Brante, which doesn't really fill me with optimism, I must say. The Lotless at Large event has happened. Now, we did pretty well, because when we were talking to Felipe El Ferro, the boss, we kind of convinced him that the Lotless were useless. Useful? Useless, yeah? A mobile phone is very useful. The Lotless are useless. Without me directing the organization, yeah, they're not. They're. It's like a headless chicken. A headless chicken, everyone. What did I do? You rescued the Lotless, and the secret society continues its activities in the capital. We saved their ass, everybody. We manipulated, we outwitted, we outsmarted Felipe, and we are on the path of the Lotless. We will return, brothers and sisters, comrades. Alright, so here we go. I'm about 19 at the moment, yeah? Agent of the Secret Chancellery, 1137. You now serve the Secret Chancellery, the secret police, really, the secret services. Your life and fate are in the hands of advisor Felipe El Ferro. There he is, very good-looking chap. And his mysterious buddy there behind him. All right. 1137, everybody. Okay, here we go. So, just to say, I'm going to turn down the music, yeah, because it's very noisy. I don't think I can turn it down now, can I? Okay, let's jump into it. Just before you leave the capital, you overhear something unusual on the street. Junius, oh man, I've forgotten all these names, yeah. Julius Diamant, Patriarch of Astynia and one of the leaders of the new faith, will stand trial before a church tribunal. The Order of the Inquisition has accused Patriarch Junius of patronizing blasphemous witches and disseminating heresy. Spreading heresy. Okay, heresy being against God, like spaghetti bolognese, everyone. It's a heresy. Sorry, I can't move on. I need to turn down the settings. The music is really loud. The Holy Tribunal claims that Junius Diamant was scheming, plotting, planning to free all witches and sorcerers from the collars that fetter their cursed powers. So this game is set in a medieval fantasy world. It's really quite complicated. If this is your first time watching, I really recommend go back and check out the backstory, the previous streams. I'll try and explain everything, but I'm not going to go into the whole lore of the game now because it'll take me an hour. But yeah, right, so it's a medieval fantasy world, so there are things like magic and witches and crazy stuff, you know? So Junius, oh, and also there's a religious split, yeah, between the kind of the traditional conservative church and these kind of reformers. So he was planning to scheme something, yeah, to free all witches and sorcerers from the collars that fetter, that control or diminish their powers. So it's kind of a prison for witches, yeah. And what's worse, the Patriarch was also accused of forming the Lotless. That's us, everyone. A dangerous secret society based in the imperial capital. Members of this society have been assaulting inquisitors and priests of the church, as well as freeing witches from the cleansing fire and help them escape the holy law. When religious people talk about the cleansing fire, run. Yeah, I think that would be the best advice. Excuse me. Now the Patriarch must face the holy tribunal of the Inquisition in Eterna. By all counts, this is a devastating blow to the new faith. This is the religious split, and the end of days for Junius Diamant himself. The Inquisition will make the most of this opportunity to rid the land of an unwelcome Patriarch who dared to shake the foundations of the old faith. Where is the settings? I need to go into settings. Diamant stands trial, yeah? So if you are the accused, you go to court, you go to trial, and yeah, we just say to stand trial. But then it comes the sudden news of the Patriarch Junius's reply to the Holy Tribunal. It is no less stunning than the accusation. Oh my God, what's happening? These words are nothing but lies. I will say this to anyone who dares to bring this accusation against me in person. But I want those hypocrites to bear the full weight of their responsibility for this slander against me, my flock, the Diamant dynasty, and the Holy Order. I agree to stand trial before the Holy Tribunal, but I will face them on my own land and on my own terms. Uh-oh. Okay, so, he wants to go back to his hometown, I suppose. Civil war? Patriarch Junius has already received strong support from Patriarch Luke and many priests across Archnia. Parishes of the new faith throughout the Empire are now speaking out in support of Junius Diamant. The Church of the Twin Gods is about to be rent in twain. There's a split, everybody, that usually isn't very good. The Inquisition has no choice but to revoke the trial in order to avert the coming schism, the split. Their new official stance is that Patriarch Junius has been wrongfully accused, and the Holy Tribunal will now apply more cautious judgment during any further trials against the followers of the new faith. Following the teachings of Patriarch Fotis is no longer seen as heresy by the Inquisition, and it looks like, just like Donald Trump, they have backed down, yeah? They were going to make him stand on trial, they were going to try him, and it looks like now it's not a heresy, and the people can do what they want. The trial of Junius Diamant has been averted, it's been avoided, but the divide within the church is only deepening. The new faith has directly challenged the old faith. Oh my God, here we go. I'm sure it's going to be fine, everybody. The result is uncertain depending on who you ask. Some say Junius Diamant all but pled guilty. Others believe the Patriarch and the alleged rebellion against the Church, as well as the Inquisition, is nothing but a ruse. There are only people who think the entire situation sounds like one of the secret chancellery, that's us everybody, one of their dirty deeds. Let's look at the vocabulary here. How do I get into settings? Hang on, of course. Pause. Duh. I'm thinking, why can't I get into the setting button up there? Alright, that's much better now, the music has gone down. Let's look at the language here. The result is uncertain, it's unknown, we can't predict who is going to win. Some people say that he pled guilty, to plead guilty. So please on one side says, please, like he pleaded for mercy, you know, it's like, but also if you're on trial, they ask you, how do you plead? You can plead innocent or guilty, yeah? Plead, pled, irregular verb. So some people say he pled guilty, and whereas, on the other hand, others believe that the Patriarch and the rebellion, as well as the Inquisition, is nothing but a ruse. It's just something to get us talking about something different. Do you know what I mean? It's a diversion. There are also people who think the entire situation sounds like one of the secret chancellery's dirty deeds. Think CIA, yeah? Think CIA up to no good in the country and doing dirty deeds, trying to destabilize everything. Okay, this Instagram is messaging me. One way or another, the Patriarch of Astynia and the co-leader of the new faith remains at his post. But for how long? And how will the old faith and the new faith clash next? I'm sure it'll be fine. The power of the church has gone down. There's a schism, yeah? Let's have a look at this. The church, the prevailing religious school in the province of Magra, determines the doctrines, the rites, the traditions practiced by the majority of the population. You can see here, we're at schism, we're right in the middle. We can go towards the old faith or the new faith, and then it's the fall of the new faith and fall of the old faith. Okay. There's only going to be one winner. A farewell to the capital. The Reglata and the Taurina rivers meet outside the city walls. You have barely left the capital since you came here all those years ago. A breeze, a gentle wind, yeah, is blowing in your face, and the bright noon sun hangs over the shining pillar. Your stay in Eterna has come to an end. You arrived here a boy full of hopes and aspirations, driven by your family's expectations and a desire to live your life as you saw fit, as you wanted to. Where did your youthful ambition lead you in the end? Eterna never became your home. To you, it was a place of turmoil and disappointment. You tried to change the course of history, but history broke you in half and threw you away. You were too young and inexperienced. Your entire life was wrecked by a single decision. What future could you possibly have now? All your hopes are buried here in Eterna, and you must leave this city behind. Aww. Your hands clench into fists as you think about it. He's angry. I'm angry. You will have to live two lives. A public life as the owner of a print shop. Thank you for the hearts there. And a secret life as a spy for the secret chancellery. This is the only path fate has in store for you now. Yeah, well, I've taken the money. I've decided I'm going to be a spy for the secret police. Mother used to say that humility and hard work are the strength of the common folk. Each new blow brings less pain and teaches you to get back up more quickly. All you have to do is walk this path without showing weakness. Okay, good advice, everybody. Show no weakness. But you strayed, you went off from the path of humility and graduated from the school of hard knocks. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing it. You learned to lie and manipulate others, to survive and hide and act in secret. As a teacher, Sophia, the witch, has no equal. But what are you supposed to do now? Will you accept your role in the schemes of the secret chancellery since it means well for the empire? Or will you have what it takes to find another way to use your new position for schemes of your own? Excellent. No, I'm a company man. I'll clock in at 9 and clock out at 4. A farewell to the capital. Many things must have changed back home by now. You recall Gloria particularly fondly. The way she used to rebel all the time and defy her lot to write poems. She always fought hard to be herself, no matter what other people or the law said. This is my sister, everybody, Gloria. Gloria was the only one who supported your decision to find your own path. You want to see her so badly and tell her all the news and share the joy of your return with her. You have to get her a gift from the capital, something that will matter to your sister, while there is still time. You decide to buy her a book she could never find in Anizot. Look. You start combing through the market. You're going through the market, you're looking at everything, you're trying to decide what to buy. What would be a good present to buy your sister? Well, he's talking about a book. A book could be good. A book is very personal, right? It's always nice to receive a book, I think. You go to 5 bookstores, but you see nothing suitable. One last shop, and then it's time to leave. You promise yourself. So, right, I'm combing the bookshops. I'm going to each and every bookshop. I'm looking for a suitable book. Yeah, I'm combing it. You comb your hair. The store is marked by an unremarkable sign on an unremarkable building. You enter a dark room full of bookshelves. Fantastic. On one of these shelves you see a small book bound in black leather. The name of the author, Charmilanidas, is stamped in gold. You peek inside, you look inside. How strange! This is not a biography of the rebellious Duke and his rebellion. It is not even a study of his legacy. It is a book of his poems. You thumb through the pages and realize that Gloria would enjoy this book very much. The poetry of Charmilanidas is about love and struggle and strength of will and the drive to keep fighting even when all hope is lost. The book costs almost nothing. It leaves the bookstore with you. It's nice phrase here. You thumb through the pages. You know, this is my thumbs, and you're looking through the book. Yeah, you're thumbing through it. It's a nice phrase. You leave the capital in the morning after. The carriage hired by the secret chancellery waits at your door. Eterna, the city where you spent 4 years, slowly disappears on the horizon. Will you ever see the capital again? You do not know. The book, A Gift for Gloria, is in your hands. And look, our relations have gone up 1. We are on very good. We have a very good relationship at the moment, yeah, which is nice. Homecoming. After 4 years in the capital, you return to the home city of Anisot. All right. So we're going back, right? I mean, we got into trouble in the capital, in Eterna. Let me show you where the cities are. I can't do it. So yeah, we're going back to our hometown. Oh, please. No. We're going back, yeah, because we got into trouble. We got picked up by the secret police. We kind of got betrayed by Sophia, I think. Yeah, she says it was for our own good, but not quite the revolutionary spirit I was looking for. But in the process, I've been kind of extorted, and I am now working for the secret police, the secret chancellery, the spies. Yeah. What does he have in store for us? I don't know. Let's find out. The years of your youth have come to an end. The time has come to leave the capital behind and return to your family and new business in your hometown of Anisot. The years away from home were full of tumult and hardship. Turmoil, maybe that is, yeah? Tumult. Right, okay. So the years away from home, they weren't comfortable. They were full of turbulence and hardship, trouble. Your adult shoulders now bear the burden of your first life, changing decisions. Did you have the freedom to choose this lot for yourself, or was it your destiny all along, ever since your childhood years? All you can do now is follow the path that lies before you. So we talk about lots as in classes, yeah, in this game. There's the commoners, the common folk, the people. There are the clergy, the religious people, the priests. There's the nobility, the rich, the elite, and then there is the Archnians, which have blue skin. They're not humans, but I presume they are the royal family, as in blue blood, which I explained previously. End of chapter 3, Youth. The years of your youth are at an end. The time has come to leave the capital behind and return to your family and new business in your hometown of Anisot. The years away from home were full of tumult and hardship. Had you chosen a different lot, it could have been different. All we can do now is choose the path we have taken. So let's keep going. Right, your personal qualities at the end of this chapter. So I'm like 19 or 20 now, yeah? Your personal qualities at the end of this chapter, you'll keep them for the rest of your life. So diplomacy, let's have a look. Your proficiency in the laws of the empire, as well as your connections and influence among the ruling elite and high society, the rich and wealthy and famous. It affects your ability to negotiate with people of importance. I am at unknown. So my diplomacy is basically 0. Theology, 0. Like I said, I'm not interested in going into the clergy, so I haven't been interested. But look at this, con artist, everybody, yeah? Master manipulator. I am a manipulator. I'm a con artist. My ability to influence people by way of deception and trickery, jiggery pokery, and use them to achieve my goals most important to the conspirator. And I am down for that. Thank you. I am watching from Iraq. Hi, hello from Iraq. How's it going? Yeah? I hope you're enjoying. I'm streaming from Spain. Yeah. Let me just explain. My name is Brian, and this is Class A plus English, and I'm an English teacher, and I play kind of story-driven games. So for people who are language learners, maybe we can discuss vocabulary. So good. Nice to see you. Okay, well, anyway, we've finished, yeah? Personality, valor. Okay, so this is like fighting, bravery, your your capabilities as a warrior, your strength in battles and duels and fights. It affects your ability. So most important to the judge, we're weak at the moment. We're not very good. This is something we need to improve. Eloquence is the next one, and it is your speaking ability, your ability to instill faith, to guide, and to lead people with your speeches, most important to the Inquisitor. So I think we need to build this one up. We're at tongue-tied. Now, if I'm tongue-tied, my tongue is tied up, and what that means is I am unable to speak. I'm too nervous. Yeah, I have to give a presentation to a class or a group of people. Oh no, I'm really nervous. Yeah, I'm tongue-tied. I didn't know what to say. Or another way we say is like you meet somebody. Yeah, imagine you meet Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, I don't know what to say. You're tongue-tied, right? Scheming, planning, plotting. Your talent for inciting riots. Organizing ambushes and plotting murders, assaults, and sabotage. It determines the success of your criminal undertakings, and it's most important for the conspirator. I like this. And we are at ringleader level, just under criminal mastermind. So we're doing pretty well in scheming and in manipulation. Yeah, so you can see which direction we're going. All right, let's continue. Excellent. I'm really enjoying this game, yeah? This is the 12th stream I've done of the game. A bit slow at the beginning, yeah? The childhood age, but it's really it's picking up now. It's getting quite interesting. Excuse me. Okay, 20, yeah, I'm getting old.
A full adult now, I returned from the capital a changed man. Yet, my hometown was not the same as I had left it. Fate had difficult times in store for all of us.
Oh dear. Okay, so here we go. What can we see? In the picture, I can see a group of people. They seem to be very agitated, maybe shouting, throwing their arms around. I can see a book here. Maybe it's religious or something. Who's this guy over here? Well, there's a cup of coffee there. Maybe he's a guard. Maybe he's a spy. Maybe he's listening to them, yeah, trying to find out information. Let's find out. A note from the underground. That is, I always pronounce this incorrectly. Dostoevsky, the Crime and Punishment. I think he had a book called A Note from the Underground. I'm not sure. The carriage makes its way along the road. You see the land of Magra through the window, empty and desiccated by ancient magic. So it's completely arid. It's burnt. There's nothing alive there. There was a war. They used lots of magic. We learned about this in the previous stream. Your home, Anizot, is but a few hours away along this road. The carriage is stuffy and hot from the sun, even with the thick blinds pulled tight. It's a familiar heat, but you will now need to get used to it again. Okay, so we're going home to Anizot. It's a few hours. The carriage is stuffy. Stuffy is like no fresh air, And even with the thick blinds on the windows, It's a familiar heat, so I recognize this heat because this is my hometown. But I will need to get used to it again, to get used to something, to become accustomed to it. Yeah? I'm from Ireland, which is always raining and windy and the weather is terrible. And then I moved here to Alicante and it's really, really, really hot, you know. It took me a while to get used to it. Yeah. I don't think I am used to it even yet, even now, you know. The heat weighs heavily on me, but it also reminds me of my childhood. I'm going first person here. I will see my family again soon. How will they react to me? Will they accept me after I betrayed their hopes and their trust? Yeah, difficult family life. You're back in your native province. You will be home soon, but you are no longer the boy who took this very road to the capital 4 years ago. So I'm going back. It's going to be a complete lie. Why can't I press these buttons anymore? Why won't they work? I'm going back. It's a complete lie. I'm basically a spy. I'm going to open a print shop and I guess spy on people. But who are you now? A clandestine outlaw, a rebel, or an agent of the secret chancellery? What future awaits you now? Can you get your freedom back? Can you save everything you hold dear? Clandestine outlaw, you know, undercover, a rebel, or a secret agent. What is going to happen? To drive away the worries all about your new life and new destiny, you reread Sophia's letter again. To reread something, yeah? I read it, I reread it. This is Sophia, this is the witch. I'm glad you didn't do anything stupid and chose to seize your chance for freedom, Brante. I'll go to Anizot a week after you. Both of us coming back at the same time might attract unwanted attention. It's best if nobody even knows we have anything to do with each other. We'll find an excuse for our frequent meetings later. You should go home and reconnect with your family. Don't draw any attention. Keep your head down. Don't leave that old house of yours. When the time comes, I'll find you. Okay? Keep your head down. Don't cause any trouble, you know? Don't get attention, you know what I mean? Be quiet. Tell everyone you're planning to open a print shop. Find a building to rent for it. Someplace far from prying eyes. Watching eyes. Very nosy people, you know, prying into your life. It'll be our underground headquarters. I'll tell you more about our mission when we meet. Hey. That's all. Okay, Sophia. Yes, boss. You put the letter back in your pocket. The walls of Anizot have finally emerged on the horizon. Coming home, everyone. Before you do anything else, you are going home. You are back in your home province, but you are no longer the boy who left. Who are you now? Can you get your freedom back? Can you save anything you hold dear? Let's find out. Outcomes of this chapter. The most important event that will end. Only one of them will happen. Okay, this is the next stuff. So let's have a quick look. The options have arrived. Map. So we are from Anizot down here, the city of my birth and the capital of the arid, dry province of Magra. It's the largest and most ancient city in the south of the empire. And it's home to the Silver Tree, a very sacred landmark. Now, we were in Eterna, which is the capital, and this is where we had the problems. Yeah, we joined a secret society. We were trying to break the system, but we got arrested by the kind of secret chancellery, the secret police. And through threats and extortion, we are now working for them. So we went from here down to here. Let's do a quick family thing while relations. Okay, I'm going to do this quickly. Thomas is an old friend of mine from Anazot. Sophia is the witch who is I just reread her letter. Augustine Elborn is a judge and he's a friend of my family. Octavia is a Arcanian princess. Jean is a priest. Dorius, I've forgotten who he is. Priest. Okay, there's loads of people. This is my boss, though. This is Philippe El Ferro. Yeah? I want to get the family. Personality. No. Family. Okay, here, really, really quickly. My grandfather is dead. Robert is my father. Lydia is my mother. My father was married to Amalia before, but she died, and they had a child called Stefan Brante. Now, Amalia and Robert are both nobles, so Stefan was born into nobility. However, Robert remarried, and he married Lydia, who's not a noble, and they had Gloria, Nathan, well, they had Sean and Nathan and Gloria, and Lydia had Gloria. It's my sister, my brother, and my older brother. All right. There's a lot to explain. I would suggest just go back and watch previous streams. Okay. Outcomes for the Brante family, the most important events. Ennobled, favored, heir, the family falls apart. Oh dear. The section that is open, the occupation screen. Okay, occupation, unrest. Let's have a look. This represents how rebellious the commoners of the province are and how ready they are to fight for their rights. It determines the influence of the last straw in Anizot and the power of the impending rebellion. And it's at discontent, so I need to boost that up a bit. Spy network. My hidden, secret, covert, citywide network of spies and informants. Snitches, rats. It determines the influence of the secret chancellery in the city. So we are at infiltration. Your people are everywhere. Philip's reign, as my boss, or spy network is failing. Okay. So we need to improve stuff. This one's really to be decided, I suppose, but this one we need to format some more unrest. Okay. Continue. 11:38. I am what, 20? The carriage stops, the familiar gate. Your bedroom window, the same one you used to climb out at night from time to time. The well-tended garden with its imported soil, earth, ground, mud. Delightful greenery, flowers, plants, and mother's beloved violet irises. The porch you used to jump off when you were little. So I'm home. It's my family home. It's all very familiar. I've been away for 4 years. I've been in jail. All kinds of stuff has happened. Deep breath and let's go in. Yeah, you touch the handle of the front door and halt. You wait for a moment. It has been 4 years since you left for Eterna, but it feels like yesterday. The air inside is cool as usual. Father cannot stand a stuffy room and insists on constantly airing out the house. Fresh air. Inside the house, the first thing you hear is the sound of someone running out of the library. Your sister Gloria appears and immediately throws her arms around you. Her joy is so strong you barely manage to stay on your feet. Gloria is dressed in men's clothing. Excuse me. Right. Gloria is dressed in men's clothing, including culottes, a frock coat, a necktie with a massive pin. She is almost unrecognizable in her new attire, her new clothes. There are dark circles under her eyes as though from lack of sleep or frequent tears. So there's a lot of vocabulary here for clothes. She's wearing it, yeah. Look it up in the dictionary. Brother! I've been waiting for you for so long. I'm proud to see you've chosen your own path and decided to live the way you want. You're actually going to open your own print shop. You're going to print books, even poetry. Because Gloria is a bit of a poet, everybody. Speaking of poetry, from the inner pocket of your jacket you produce a small book bound, covered in soft black leather. Gloria gingerly accepts your gift. Ooh, for me? She noticed the author's name, Char Milanidas, on the cover and knits her brow, frowns, but after quickly flipping through the pages, she showers you with gratitude. I thought Milanidas was just a warlock. I had no idea he wrote poetry. How fascinating! I'm going to read it all from cover to cover. Next up is Lydia, my mother. Mother comes out of the sitting room leaning on Nathan's arm. You immediately see signs of the illness mentioned in the letters from home. Her back is bent, her hair is grey, a thin web of wrinkles covers her face, and her complexion has lost its colour. So she's looking very grey, she's looking very ill, she's looking kind of haggard and maybe a little bit old. She slowly embraces you, her arms feel nearly weightless. You press your face into her shoulder, breathing in the nearly forgotten, dearly beloved smell. Mother holds you by the shoulders and studies you for a long time. You've been away so long, son. It's such a shame your journey was in vain. You didn't become a judge or even a priest. I guess it's your fate to bear your lot until the very end, but you will endure it. You'll endure it. You'll suffer it. That's how I raised you. Nathan approaches. Oh my God, look at the state of Nathan. Nathan approaches you after Mother. Your younger brother is the same height as you now. His hair almost reaches his shoulders, but he still has the same lost look in his eye he had when he was a boy. Yeah, like, he looks quite old, no? Reading a book. Big shoes, big feet. Alright, he looks like a hobbit. It's good to see you, brother. Home just hasn't been the same without you. Who care about your estate, right? I'm just glad you're here with us. Okay, so there's a mistake there. So this game has been translated. Someone said this to me from Russian into English. And I say this is like the third or fourth mistake. Who cares? It should be, yeah. Who cares about your estate, right? But the mistakes are minimal. Like, for so much reading, the mistakes are hardly any. You pat Nathan on the back. Loud footsteps echo down the stairs. Stefan appears. His shoulders have grown broader, wider, and his features have become harsher. Just like grandfather's, he stares you and Nathan down with contempt, his arms crossed on his chest. So this is Stefan. He's a noble, so he thinks he's more superior to us, the common people, yeah? And as he's got older, he's got worse. So, you know, we're not the best of friends. Welcome back, commoner. I had hoped you would become my equal, but apparently you just didn't have it in you. I guess you're no better than Nathan. Ho ho! I can only hope you'll know your place from now on. Why did father even send you to the capital in the first place? Right, so, you know. You know. Daddy! As Stefan says his words, you see father appear from his study. He looks older now. His back is hunched, so he's bending over. and he squints his eyes. There are deep lines around his mouth and silver threads in his dark hair and mustache. He stops a few steps away and examines you from head to toe. He does not say a word, shaking his head slowly. So everyone's getting kind of older, right? You explain yourself to Father. This was the only path you could have taken. The college and the judge's calling were not for you. However, your time in the capital was not spent in vain. It wasn't wasted. You made many influential friends there. And now you plan to open a print shop in Anisot and make a good living. You do your very best to make this sound convincing. No one can ever see through your cover story. I am a spy. When I sent my son to the capital, I expected him to return a nobleman. But the man who stands before me is a commoner, a merchant, an artisan, and I had such high hopes for you. But our family's future rests in Stefan's hands now, my older brother. Oh well, I've had enough time to make my peace with this. You are still a member of this family. We will see how your shop fares, how it gets on. Is it going to take off, or is it going to be a disaster? Perhaps you can still find a way to contribute to the Brante household. Ha ha! He lets out a bitter chuckle. Then, after a pause, Father spreads his arms wide to embrace you, to give you a hug. Okay, good. So, a bit chilly, but grand. You're finally home, my son. Well then, time for dinner. Your mother has prepared a veritable feast in your honor. Big dinner. For the first time in years, your entire family shares a meal at the same table. Okay, so here we go, everyone. I can find out how mother is doing. My relationship will go up with her. I can ask Gloria about her life. Goes up another one, but I'm really good with her anyway. I can chat with Nathan, goes up one. Or I can talk to Stephen and Gloria will go down again. So if I talk to Stefan, Gloria goes down. If I talk to Gloria, Stefan goes down. If I chat with my younger brother, goes up. Or I can talk to my mother. Let's talk to mother. You cautiously ask mother about her health over dinner. Oh, it's nothing, Sean. I have no complaints. I've just been a little weak lately. It happens at my age. I humbly accept whatever fate the twins have chosen for me. Having said this, she stops abruptly and looks upward. Father cuts in. You know, son, you should tell us about your life in the capital. What gave you the idea to open a print shop, a bookshop, everybody? You mentioned in one of your letters that you've seen the imperial family with your own eyes. What are the tempests like? Yeah, I've been to the big city. I've seen a few things. You have to relate the 4 years you spent in Eterna, carefully omitting anything that might reveal your secret mission. Only later that night, while talking to Nathan on the back porch, do you learn more about Mother's health. Excuse me. I'll be frank with you. Mother isn't doing so well. I'll be honest, yeah? Be frank with me. Be truthful. Gloria and I do our best not to leave her alone. You can ask her questions, but her answers often don't make sense, and she keeps falling silent in the middle of a conversation like she did today. Her illness is consuming her. You know, if Mother passes, she may not be reborn. I dread to think that what will become of Father then, and of Gloria. So in this game, like I said, it's a fantasy game, so the people in this world, they die 3 times, but they are reborn. They're resurrected, by the twin gods, and the 4th death is the final one. So you can kind of die 3 times before your final death, or if you get executed, which is what they were threatening me with, that's just straight to death. Yeah, that's straight to the finish. Game over. I haven't died yet, everyone. Nathan says, Gloria has had it hard too lately. Stefan has treated her like dirt for the last year. I think he plans to drive her out of the house so her origins won't taint the Brante reputation anymore. Stefan only cares about one thing now, getting our family ennobled by the sword. So for him, Gloria is just an obstacle between him and his goal. Right, so Gloria's mother is Lydia, my mother, but she has a different father, yeah, and there's kind of a scandal because it was a nobleman or something. We spent quite some time in silence, gazing at the radiant stripe of the shining pillars, the religious thing, as it grows more and more luminous against the darkening sky. The Brante family is about to face some challenging times, everyone. Okay, good. I am going to finish it there. Let's continue on. So it's gone up with my mother. Yeah. All right. We're going to finish it here at first steps. I think this is a good point to finish the game. Okay. All right. Really quick, kind of seems like quite short, yeah. But about an hour, 15 minutes, yeah. I'll be back on Friday night. For the next one. We're going to open up a print shop. We're going to set up our spy business, and we'll see where this game takes us. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and please press like. If you haven't subscribed, press notifications, because I'm actually there's holidays at the moment, so I've got a lot more free time, so I might be able to do streams, not just the Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, So anyway, hope you're well. Have a good evening. See you soon. Take care, and I will see you, I hope, on Friday night. Bye.